12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people?
Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida.
Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit. Stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuss, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Mac, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Without y'all, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida. Intrigue the Incredible, straight out the ATL. James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rough start, but it seems that everything is now working properly, and we can get into today's topic, which is going to be Tyson Fury, basically coming out and letting the world know that he is ready to get back in the ring. Initially, we thought that it would be a December fight with Alexander Usyk. It's looking like, according to Fury, Usyk is bitching, and he has made a public fight offer to Anthony Joshua that has replied publicly as well. So I would like to introduce Daniel Alvarez and then go into that video and audio just to give you context. But Danny, what's up yet again?
What up, champ? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm trying to keep the chi, even though the car didn't start right properly this morning.
Nah,
Felt like a cold start in Jersey.
Feel me? You just ain't started with love, bro.
True.
You was just trying to hurry
Rush
it
through
up.
it?
Yeah, sometimes you got to start it with love and take your time with it.
I mean, Bo hit us with the Underground Railroad topic this morning, so I was, it kind of rattled me. I didn't know what he was doing.
The video shows unlisted under the title.
What, this one?
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, master.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this man. Y'all hear this, man? I told y'all he woke up with this craziness today. He crazy, man.
Somebody sent me something in my Instagram. And
Lies. You woke up like this.
I mean, I woke up like this every day, but they sent me something in my Instagram about ancestors and the way people in the South talk and that he couldn't understand me on the show. And I just presented it to you all this morning.
Why are they trying to say they can't understand you?
Go over there and pick up that bell of hell over yonder, boy.
Well,
yo, what the fuck Bo on this
I ain't
morning,
even hear what he said. All I heard is bell of yell. And I know that ain't no word. Let me screen share Tyson Fury. And hopefully, we can move on with the good old show.
Good old show.
Let's see here. We got Tyson Fury's Instagram, and this is the audio.
Hey, Tyson Fury here, aka the Gypsy King, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, as you can tell. I think you've all heard that I'm going to be fighting soon, within the next few months. And I think that before I announce an opponent, that I need to do this, just in case. Anthony Joshua, I know you've just lost a fight to Usyk and you're boutless at the moment. And I'd like to give you an opportunity to fight me for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World and the Lineal Championship in the next few months. You're coming off a 12-round fight, so you're match fit, you're ready. I'm giving you a few months' notice. If you're interested, I'll send you the date over and we can rumble. A Battle of Britain for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let me know if you're interested. If not, I will select another opponent. Thank you very much and good night. Boom. Hey, Tyson Fury here, aka the Gypsy King, the W.
So what do you guys think, gentlemen? Is this it seems sincere? He wasn't with his normal antics, no, name calling, no calling Joshua Dawsa or a big bodybuilder. it seemed as genuine as he could until Joshua signs the contract. Like, you feel me? I feel like it's almost a trap. But at the same time, he is attempting to give Britain what they want, right? It is a fight that UK fans have been talking about for quite some time now, and due to the loss Anthony Joshua suffered at the hands of Usyk, it may never happen. So I guess credit to Tyson for trying to keep it alive. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's been calling everybody and their mother out. You know, we were going to see the trilogy with Chisora.
True.
While Isaac Lowe was going to be in his corner. Then, you know, then it was the undisputed fight. Now it's this. But
Ngannou.
The Ngannou fight. But
Ngannou. So you saying he's the heavyweight Ryan Garcia?
I don't know, because he's definitely stepped in there. I mean, he did what he did against Wilder. But I will say, clearly there has been communication between both sides. That's been made public. So maybe, you know, fifth time's the charm. Maybe.
I would like for this to be true, especially if Usyk needs some months off. There are reports that he's looking for a couple of months off. I guess people are not going to mind because he came out the war to fight Joshua and do the rematch. You know, somehow I guess it's deserving.
Some people are saying that Usyk has came out to say that he's injured. Have you seen anything on that?
I have not seen any injury reports. No, sir.
You know, because people are asking, why not Usyk? Why not fight the winner? Why not go for undisputed?
Well, again, according to Fury, Usyk is bitching. You know? So is that it that he's bitching because he's hurt and he needs time off? Is he bitching because he wants more money? You know, Fury wasn't 100% direct or specific, but I'll try and pull that up. Now, he called it an all-out Britain affair, but we both know that this fight may end up being in Saudi, and it doesn't even happen.
Or in the UAE, somewhere in the Middle East.
Exactly. So,
well, we've seen both men. You know, obviously we just saw AJ make, his second title attempt in Saudi Arabia. The last one being Ruiz, this one being the second. We've seen Tyson Fury, whatever shit he did with the WWE. I know that took place in Saudi Arabia. This fight very well may end up in the Middle East. Obviously, Matchroom has now began their ongoing relationship in the UAE. So we'll see Gilberto Ramirez versus Dimitri Bivol in Abu Dhabi come November. You know, that's the one thing I did find interesting. I'm like, is it going to be the Battle of Britain, just not in Britain?
More than likely. We know how these big fights, involve and need money. But on BoxingScene.com, Alexander Usyk's title is Tyson Fury is a crazy man. I want fight in 2023 after injuries heal. Not a good Usyk?
Sure.
Oh, all right.
If it was a good Usyk though, like a great Usyk.
Nah, I ain't say great. Why I gotta be great, bro? I'm
not
Harry
Usyk.
Spears.
Even to do a good,
I was just trying.
Even to do a good Usyk, you got to do the I am feel.
Add that in and read the title. Go for it.
No, you got to do it. I ain't
you
trying
got
to be
it.
Usyk.
You did it better.
So I'm gonna do it, and then you do the rest.
Nah, that's cool. How about I do this? Give you another screen share because it seems like this is a possible fight. Eddie Hearn has revealed that he's spoken to Frank Warren's son, George Warren, about Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua in December. And I quote, "Personally, I don't feel Fury is serious, but if he is, as I said to the Warrens last night, 100% we will sit down and make the fight," end quote. And obviously that was to Michael Benson that Eddie told that to on Talk Sports. what are your thoughts about Eddie not shooting it down and instead sounding pretty damn, I guess, positive?
I did find that interesting. I was like, could he be calling Tyson's bluff? You get what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Could he be calling Tyson's
Which
bluff?
many people don't do.
You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, Tyson was supposed to fight Chisora for the third time. He was supposed to fight fucking Francis Ngannou, in a crossover fight. He was supposed to fight fucking Usyk. So now it's AJ. So hopefully it's okay, cool. Even if Eddie is calling his bluff, that's cool. But let's see what Tyson and Frank respond. We've had a little back and forth, or I wouldn't even say back and forth, but publicly people coming out, they're giving out quotes, they're giving out statements and things like that. Now let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get an offer. Let's see, how far things can go with this fight. I don't think December is I think December's pushing it. There's talks in November. I think December might even be too soon.
I mean, for Joshua or for
a fight
Usyk?
For a fight of this magnitude to
with
happen,
Joshua or with Usyk?
With Joshua. I mean, Usyk seems to be injured, so I'm talking about Anthony.
No, I think it could happen with Joshua. I mean, they already had a December date, and they was trying to lock Wilder in. Wilder Fury. I mean, I say Wilder might be a bigger fight. I'm sorry, AJ Wilder might be a bigger fight globally than AJ Fury. But regardless, if he was ready for Wilder and had an offer for Wilder, and he could fight Wilder off a winner or a loss in December, and more than likely a loss because he wasn't going to fight Wilder in December off a win, he would have been trying to fight with Usyk. But I do want to give the.
But even that wasn't realistic because why would Wilder turn around 8 weeks later for another mega fight?
Because it's 20+ million, but
I don't.
No, I mean, again, it's conditioning. You've been conditioned to believe that fighters of this magnitude can and only will fight twice a year, so it's understandable.
No, it ain't even that, champ.
Well, it's really that. It's really that.
It's not because
I mean, well, then why else? If there's physically enough time in the year, why else would you say that?
Because you literally was just on the show crying about how Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford need more than a 2-city press tour and that the fight needs proper promotion. Why is that not the
Errol
case for this one?
Spence and you're tripping, bro. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, they can't even hold the candle in the room that Wilder, AJ, and fucking Fury are in, bro. Like, they don't do the numbers. Like, Wilder has done 3 times, 4 times, right? He's done 3 times the amount or 4 times the amount of Earl's lowest pay-per-view at 275. And, I mean, Crawford's, what he's done, 9, 7?
So was Floyd not doing fucking multiple city press tours even though he was selling fucking millions of pay-per-views? He wasn't still doing that?
What are we talking about?
You talking about how big of a star Deontay Wilder, Fury, and AJ already are, and that the reason that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford needs promotion is because they're not as big. And I'm telling you that Floyd Mayweather, the biggest superstar the sport has seen, was doing the multiple city press tours as Floyd Money Mayweather, right? Once he had already reached that superstar status. So why wouldn't AJ, a Fury, a Wilder do a multiple city press tour to promote?
So I don't know when you switch the subject, but I would like to know if you, I don't know, can go back that far as to when the conversation switched to city tour.
I mean, I'm saying that 8 weeks isn't enough time for Deontay Wilder.
Who told you it's only 8 weeks? Because today is September 6th. December 6th would be 3 months, 120 days.
When is Deontay fighting? When is Deontay fighting?
Now, the last thing I heard was Anthony Joshua had a rumored date for December 17th.
10th or 17th, correct.
And so did Usyk and Fury. So, again, I mean, that's more than 120 days. That's another extra 2 weeks.
I'm talking, you said Deontay. Deontay fights October 15th. So for him to turn around December 10th or December 17th, those are 8 or 9 week turnarounds.
Oh, you're talking about Deontay.
You brought up Deontay
because
you
no,
said
and I still think that he
that
can do it. I mean, outside of Fury, when has Deontay gone 10 rounds? Right? Like, it's not a lot. Like, you're going to say Spielka went 9 and Duapot, and those are years ago. And not Fury is what I'm saying.
Who was the last man Deontay Wilder fought prior to?
Prior to what? Fury?
Prior to fighting Fury the second time.
Luis Ortiz.
Okay, and how many didn't
7?
Okay, I mean,
and the first one 6.
I thought it was later, but I mean, regardless.
I mean, I'll look it up, but again, not 10, 8, 12, nothing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to expect Wilder to do 12 with Hellenius, I mean, I guarantee this, right? I'm not right. He's not right. But I guarantee you it would be plus money for the under. Excuse me, for the over. Because the under is what's going to hit. They're not going to say that Wilder's going 12 with Hellenius.
Well, I mean,
that's not going to be what the bookies say.
It kind of depends on what the over-under is set at, because if it's set.
But that's all I'm saying is that the bookies will not write plus money for Wilder on the under. It's going to be minus money because he is always going to be a favorite to get the knockout within 12. But that's what I'm saying.
You don't know what the under is, so it could be plus money if the under is like a fucking half round, a round and a half. Like, it very well could be then plus money.
I mean, if they do some Jared shit, you talking about the over under is 1.5?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't know that they're gonna do that.
No, I'm just saying in that scenario, then
Jared was fighting.
I understand that. I'm just
not a Robert Hellenius.
I'm just saying. In that scenario, then the under.
Is that I don't see it even. I think 5.5 is a stretch. I think the lowest they'll see it is like a 6.5.
I think that,
and that's even crazy. I don't know.
I think Deontay Wilder, being expected to turn around for a super fight with AJ in 8 weeks is beyond a stretch.
I mean, that's not the fight in question. I said to you, which still remains true, no matter how much you want to paint that Wilder wouldn't be ready, my facts still remain. AJ was available for December 17th. He offered it to Wilder. He wanted it in case he lost. He still has that date now. So it's not about Wilder. You keep switching subjects.
No, I didn't switch it. You said
Fury.
That you feel that even today that fight would be bigger than the Fury fight, and that's why. And you was like, look.
But being bigger and being available is two different subjects, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
AJ can still be available for December 17th, and it's still more than enough time to promote it because again, he's including Wilder's time frame.
Only because
I just used Wilder as an indicator to show you that AJ was available for a quote unquote super fight.
So what do you think of the reports of people saying that Fury wants it in November, but that AJ won't be available till December?
I did see something that Frank Warren said there, but
I was told that you were sent some audio.
Oh, let me see.
From Rob specifically. So I'm obviously assuming it's pertaining to what we're currently discussing.
Yeah, he's saying Eddie may be skeptical.
Skeptical
for me. And the cynic in me of boxing, this smells of, we couldn't agree the AJ deal, so I'm fighting this bloke you've never heard of instead, but no one else was available. I tried to make the AJ fight, etc., etc. But like I said, let's take the cynic away and let's see what we get back from the Fury camp because we're ready to discuss it and we're ready to look at that fight for sure.
He doesn't sound skeptical to me at all. I mean, he made it clear in that typically he would be a cynic. Typically, he would feel that this is just smoke and mirrors. But he's gonna, try and develop the conversation more. So I'm optimistic. This doesn't sound like, oh, Fury's the little boy that cried wolf and he always says he wants to fight AJ. We're not going to entertain it. That's not what he said. Even if you heard he said Fury's the little boy that cried wolf and he never wants to fight, he still said we calling him. He still said we talking. He still said I hope to get it done. So I don't want to hear none of that. Back to the point at hand. Today's the 6th. December 6th would be 120 days. The 17th, add like fucking
90. It'd be 90.
What?
Saying December.
Yeah, you're right. 90 days, 15 and 3 months. Yep, nope. Not 120, which would be 4 months. So that would be January. So that doesn't work. But it still gives them about 105 days if they do it on the 17th, which is more than enough time.
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking AJ Fury, definitely more than enough time. It's going to be interesting because obviously time is of the essence, and there's already big fights scheduled, big fights in the works. So it's happening in October, and we more than likely will have a couple other dates, possibly December 10th, possibly December 17th, with multiple notable fights going on. December 10th is the date Top Rank holds after the Heisman ceremony. Teofimo Lopez apparently is headlining that against an opponent to be announced. So obviously they're going to, that's a big card for Top Rank. They're going to try to come big with somebody. And then the 17th is the rumored Javante pay-per-view. So we very well may have two pay-per-views going on the same day.
I think none of that affects them because it's not overseas, right? So, like, I would prefer this fight to be on the 17th and Tank because then I got boxing all day. Because this isn't gonna – it's not going to cross in the Tank. It's not going to bleed in the Tank's card because they're two different time zones. Even if they go to Saudi, even if they're in the UK, we'll be able to watch AJ Usyk.
But that would be assuming that they don't do it U.S. primetime. With AJ Ruiz, when they fought in Saudi, so that was the second fight. That was U.S. primetime, so that...
Yeah, I mean, it had an American, right? This is a domestic affair. They're going to cater... Their primary time zone is the UK. We can agree to that.
And
they're not going to market or target the U.S. market when they might not even get pay-per-view money for this. Maybe because Tyson did have Dillian White on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see them not giving that Tyson had Dillian.
Maybe. AJ's coming off a loss, not Dillian.
I mean, Dillian
was coming off a win.
One win,
Correct. It's not one win. That's the cynic in him. What it is righting the wrong or winning the rematch.
Okay,
it's not one win.
Who do you think?
He had a bump in the road and he fixed it.
Cool. He was coming off a win. AJ's coming off a loss. Who hotter? AJ off his loss. Dillian off his win.
AJ.
There you go.
Again, that's hotter. Hotter doesn't work in the negotiation room, I don't think.
No, hotter is what makes, what helps determine pay-per-view. If you hot, you feel me? So if Fury is already...
Cool. That's cool, but it's about offers. It's about offers. So if you're coming off a win, like Wilder made very clear as to why he didn't take the offer, and he told us this is not a sport. There's a difference. This is a business. And he meant if I take the offer, they paying me off the loss. And I'm locking in off AJ's loss where he's lost value. You see what I'm saying? So it's just not the same. It's just not, A dude off a loss is less valuable than a dude off a win. Now, maybe they even out because of AJ's popularity, but it still would be to consider. Like, he's coming off a loss, for God's sakes. Like, you got Fury out here on some charitable shit. Like, AJ, I know you just lost your belt. I'm going to give you a shot at me, WB. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's a fucking charity right now. It's like, oh, let me give the domestic brother a helping hand.
So, I mean, and this is kind of like, I feel like, we're starting to get not on point. I believe that AJ coming off his 2 losses to Usyk is still bigger than
Dillian, of course.
Coming off his win going into that Fury fight. That said, I don't see them not doing U.S. pay-per-view, given that it was U.S. pay-per-view for that Dillian fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, was that not a fucking $75 pay-per-view?
I don't know, bro. I would have to check the receipts.
I was back in April nonetheless, but yeah, bro, I'd be expecting a pay-per-view. I'd be okay with it. I mean, this is what we do, so it ain't no problem. And I think the fight is deserving of, but at the end of the day, it's going to be tough for the fight fans if you have 2 pay-per-views the same day. It's already tough enough when you got 2 fucking fights, bro.
No, well, I don't know.
Many people don't even have 2 fucking TVs.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if they
to watch 2 fights in the same room, you know?
If they keep that December date, I don't know about pay-per-view, because the providers are not going to go against Tank. They're not going to do 2 pay-per-views on the same day. So it don't matter that they domestic. They still sold it on U.S. pay-per-view. So that won't fly this time around.
I don't know, man. We've seen 2 pay-per-views on the same day before.
We didn't.
Not in boxing, but we've definitely seen it.
Bro, that don't count. It's 2 different entities, man. We've never seen boxing 2 pay-per-views. Think about it. The one time we had an opportunity to do it, we had an undefeated Julio Cesar Chavez taking on the biggest step up of his life. Till this date, he ain't fight no one as dangerous as Sergio Martinez. And on the same night, down the street at the Thomas and Matt, or vice versa, because, you know.
Yeah, the Chavez fight was at the Thomas and Matt. Canelo
was at an MGM property?
Josecito was at MGM Grand.
And Canelo was fighting Josecito, and he did not go Showtime pay-per-view. He decided, let Chavez do pay-per-view, or he didn't decide that. Then fucking powers that be told him, don't matter that you're bigger than Chavez. They had the date first. You ain't doing a pay-per-view.
Differences with those, they going on at the same time.
Bruh, goalposts, but it's all right. Until he could show me, I just showed you a very unique situation that can't be overlooked. We talking about 2 A-side Mexicans, okay? 2 people that are considered the driving force of this sport with their demographic, and they did not do it. One son of a legend and one dude that is an anomaly, and they didn't do it. So ain't no fucking way.
Was he an anomaly then?
Canelo?
Was he one then?
Canelo.
Yes, Canelo.
Bruh, come on, bruh. Bro, the minute he got on HBO, the HBO is telling you, like, this Mexican kid with red hair, all his fights televised on Televisa. Come on, bro. Not even Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. had that type of fucking attention on his career, and he's a son of a legend. Knock it the fuck off. Canelo has been the man since the fucking beginning.
I mean, you said that regardless, that those fights took what, 2012, 2011, and you said that they was the driving force of this sport. So.
Nah, I didn't mean sport. I meant of that. That's why I finished off with demographic. Their demographic. Come on, motherfucker. Who bigger than Chavez and Canelo in your community? Nobody. Not active. I mean, not fucking active. Don't say Marquez. Don't say Eric. No, I said it in the sentence. You heard me come back to demographic. I fucked up with that word. Okay. I came back to demographic. Ain't nobody bigger than, especially undefeated Julio Cesar Chavez back then. So knock it the fuck off. And if Canelo ain't get it done, ain't no fucking gypsy getting it done.
So Tyson versus AJ, you're calling it now. If it
not
happens.
If Tank Ryan happened. Not if Tank versus whoever. No. Fuck out of here. No. If Tank on pay-per-view December 17th, they not. Guaranteed. Let's bet.
Okay.
Simple as that. Hell no. 2 Brits go, man, you kidding me? They freaked it because of Dillian White. At least he's a talker. He's somewhat like a big baby. And I mean Miller, not Anderson. How the fuck you gonna sell AJ off a loss with no personality? Not no personality, because he obviously has a personality, but he's very soft spoken. He's like a nice guy. That's his person. That's his MO. Big nice guy.
I mean, it was. He ain't look too nice in the ring after his last fight. You know, throwing belts.
Hell, that's true. That's true.
Charging at elderly men, back in the back. And
I don't know about charging at elderly men.
Was a gentleman that he charged at before they held him back, not an elderly gentleman.
What? I didn't see them hold him back.
What?
In the back?
In the back, when he was walking to the back, and the guy's like, way to behave yourself or way to control yourself or some shit. And AJ's like, who you talking to? Who you talking?
I ain't see that. I ain't see that. You putting dirt on AJ name, man.
That footage came out late right there. I seen it like 2 days after the fact.
Nah, bro. Don't help him. Where the video, man? You can't talk about AJ like that.
That's clarification.
Show video. Where the video proof that he out here acting like a thug?
Look, I'm finna type it in as AJ.
Was Larry Wade at the fight?
At elderly man.
Was Larry Wade at the fight?
Shorty, cause I'm a thug. All day, every day. Larry Wade who? What fight?
That fight that we speaking of. Larry Wade, the only Larry Wade.
Nah, I don't know if he was at that fight.
Because I feel like I seen him in the background in that same footage. He was like
Badu was part of that card, so he definitely was there.
Yeah, Larry Wade was in that video.
He could have been sick. I got some money from New Zealand from my man Small Gok. I don't know. Is that some sort of Pokemon name or some shit? And that was just $2 love. Then he come back with another $2 in New Zealand money. He says, does AJ have a path to victory against Fury? I don't know. A path to victory. It's tough, right? Like when you think about AJ, when you think about Fury, like what is the game plan to beat him? The man could take the shots from Wilder.
So
people have hit him to the body. And I don't know. Like, what do you think the game plan is? I'll pull this up now for you.
I sent you that video of AJ. It was a elderly referee. So a ref.
Why they gonna title it "Stay Humble"? They disrespectful. They trying to make AJ look bad. I don't even want to screen share this. You gonna find me the only video trying to make him look bad?
No, that was just the first one that popped up. Sure
you'd say that.
Okay.
What? I never understood why boxers keep that mouthpiece in. Like the fight's over, it's hard to talk with that. Take that shit off. They be walking all the way to the fucking locker room with that shit. Do whole post-fight interviews with that shit.
Some people, for them, it's an anxiety thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, plenty of basketball players.
Whoa! Nah, yo, come on, bro. What you mean, plenty of what?
Basketball players play with the fucking state.
Bo heard you, because I know where Bo was at this morning.
Oh. Okay, you gonna play the video of him charging at the ref?
What? Who you talking to? Who you talking to? What? What you talking to? Who you talking to? I'm gonna get that UK accent down pat. What you thought about that one, Bo?
Well, he ain't had that energy in the ring with Usyk.
Yo, because Usyk could pop shot him. This is a normal man. You're a civilian.
No, this actually an elderly man. It's a senior citizen.
Don't make him old now. He wasn't old when he spoke.
Yeah, he spoke.
If you old enough to talk, you old enough to get your ass beat.
Yeah, I'm just saying, shit. He ain't had that energy with Usyk.
I see that old man ain't had no more energy neither. Oh, now you ain't say nothing. Now you talking about keep it professional. Yeah, all right. AJ get up on that ass, see what's going on.
Yeah, that's okay.
Look, it's hard pounding. My God.
Let's see him have that energy with Tyson. Watch what's gonna happen.
His own wife wasn't happy. Like, you shouldn't have never said nothing. You ain't no fighter.
See, that's Larry Wade right there.
Yeah.
I see him.
Where?
Right there, the one that's
holding the old man back.
The only man with the hat and glasses.
Who you talking to? What? Watch your fucking mouth. That's right, AJ. You put that man in his motherfucking place. He ain't out here taking them shots like you. Out here just talking. Then he that old, got some nerve. Keep it professional. Why he ain't keep it professional by minding his motherfucking business? See what I'm saying? People always got something to say.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't like to hear the truth.
So you calling that the truth? First of all, it's hilarious to me that people like trying to make videos off of a man's reaction after losing the biggest fight of his fucking career. It's a life-changing fight. He no longer has the keys to the kingdom of the boxing.
Well, he didn't have it coming in, but
you crazy as fuck. All roads led to AJ. Fuck is you talking about?
I'm saying the belts didn't lead to AJ because Usyk already had him.
Bruh, All roads led to AJ because of that rematch clause. Usyk wasn't free to do nothing. He was bound to AJ by the fucking hip. He had to get this win. All roads lead to AJ, and they still do.
He could have
They
retired.
still do. We here talking about AJ right now. Fury don't want to fight Usyk. He calling out AJ.
What upsets you about the video?
What upsets me is that you know he just took a loss. You know his mind not right. Why is you fucking with him?
Was it uncalled for or necessary? Sure.
Yeah, it's uncalled for.
Was he lying?
I would have
Was
been
he
more
lying?
happy. But that's the thing. Why is you poking a bear? You come to the zoo to see the animal, not the motherfucking provoke him.
So who the fuck's supposed to tell AJ like, yo?
Nobody, especially not nothing fuck after the fight. He don't even belong there. Who the fuck is he? Let's ask that question. How you get back there?
A referee.
No, he ain't no He wasn't in no referee clothes. He looked like he was in some civilian shit.
Motherfuckers change out they shit. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
He was a referee.
I bet you he won't be refereeing no more fights around AJ no more. You see? Did you see what's Floyd's referee with the flat top?
No,
and the other dude.
mean Tony Weeks.
It's two of them.
Tony Weeks and
the
Kenny
other
Bayless.
dude. All right, then. How many Floyd fights they did?
I mean Kenny did Floyd's pro debut. So.
All right then. So if one dude could do dozens of fights for one dude, that mean a fighter could also not have you do no fucking fights. For him.
Neither ref did dozens for Floyd, but yeah, they obviously
had favor with Floyd. Ain't nobody running around, bro. I got into the sport and learned those are Floyd's refs. You got into this sport and learned those are Floyd's refs. Don't act now like they not Floyd's refs. So how the fuck we start the business and you a Floyd boy, but now all of a sudden you not? No, you are, and there's a reason, because Floyd hooked your ass up, so you a Floyd boy. So if Floyd got boys, AJ got boys. And if you ain't one of his boys, you ain't reffing his fight. That's all. I'm just making a point. When you the fucking A side, you pick and choose. That ref won't be there no more.
Okay. So you still think he was wrong?
I absolutely think he was wrong. Again, no fighter should be provoked after a loss. Like, how many times do we have shows and talk about they post fights? Like, it's not the right time. Look at what I'm saying. My man all the way in the back still ain't got the mouthpiece. Everybody allegedly catering to him. Stick your finger in and take his goddamn mouthpiece so he could breathe better.
So do you think that maybe AJ is not the nice guy you thought he was, and that
why? Because he was upset he lost and some dickhead got some fucking mean shit to say?
Let me finish the question.
I mean, preference it properly, because that shit is whack. My man in the back, it's my time. This is my back room. What the fuck is you doing here to tell me to act professional? Go to the other room where they celebrating. We over here mourning. We lost. We fucking lost.
Well, I mean,
death to a fucking legacy in the ring.
And that's the thing, right? Like, you believe nobody should tell him like that he was wrong.
I ain't say nobody.
I asked you who, and you said nobody. And you said
his team, not a motherfucking
random. I literally asked you who, and you said nobody.
Random, not no random. You random, bruh. You ain't even like in his age bracket. You out here trying to tell him what to do. What the fuck have you done? How many titles you won? Are you two-time? Are you unified? Like, act professional. Have you ever lost 4 belts? Have you ever gotten your ass whooped in front of the world to tell me how the fuck to act? That's how I'm feeling. I'm in his shoes. Fuck you mean? Watch your mouth. I just had a fight where I put my life on the line.
Well, I mean, you said who, so I mean, we good. That's where I couldn't disagree more. Cause when you said nobody should tell him, I'm like, yeah, that's why.
No, I mean, obviously I said that out of lashing out because my man was wilding. But someone in his team obviously could tell you. Okay. Your team, your coach, your mom, somebody could tell you. But like a random fucking gray-headed referee, fucking probably got a comp ticket. You out here telling me, slap fire out your ass. Telling you. But it is what it is. We got any super chats? Phone lines are open as well. If you want to call in, don't forget the number to call and voice your opinion on this topic or any other is 1-455-569-5241. Press 1 one time.
What you think, Danny?
I think that we ain't gonna see this fight. Not in December.
I want Joshua.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want
I'd be
Fury
so-
Usyk. I don't want
I'm
no
gonna be
Joshua
honest with
nothing
you.
except Wilder.
Like I said earlier, I'm glad to see that both sides are in communication, but I would be shocked if we even see this fight. Cause it's like if you're AJ's not old. If you're AJ, bro, where the fuck do you go? Especially we seen that last loss clearly affected him.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck you gonna go coming off 3 straight losses?
We got Mr. CYP
Especially a
on the line.
loss like Fury, like, you get what I'm saying? The fight got to play out. We don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know, man. That shit going to be tough. Like, outside of a payday and a chance to win the belt, you got to look at it like, okay, cool. What if we don't win this fight against Fury? Where does he go from there? Like, not just
You're right about that. That was something I never considered. You know, you lose the Fury. It's your 3rd straight loss. You probably think of retirement, but it's also probably a rematch fight. Like, Eddie's not doing that without a rematch. I mean, AJ's not been in a fight that doesn't have a rematch. So, you know, you lose 2 more. You 33, 34. I mean, it's over anyway. And you got buku money. I'm talking about boatloads of that shit. Boatloads. So, ain't that bad. While you look up his proper age, I got Astral Atmosphere that says if Fury fight AJ, Usyk should fight Wilder, which is something that Usyk said. He said, if I can't fight Fury, the only other fight that interests me is Wilder, which was fucking mind-blowing to me. Believe me. I think this shit was Saturday, Friday. I wanted to come back and do a show because I couldn't believe that. Honestly, Usyk got some big-ass balls, man. My man got a little Kia driving his balls around. Just his ball. I didn't expect him. After beating AJ, you know, casuals going to think you the man because you took all the belts. They don't care about Wilder and Fury, whoever's left out there. You beat the man that publicly looks like the man because of all the straps. Yo, still wanting some of Wilder? He's a bad man. I love that shit. He's a bad man. I really, really like that energy. That's crazy. I want both them fights because the fact that he's not afraid of Fury either, and how he talks to Fury. I don't know, did I ever get that quote out? Did I get that quote out? Did I get this quote where I started over? He says he wants to fight me. I mean, he wants to fight against me. No? All right. Open quote. He wants to fight against me. He wants people to talk about him. He hasn't retired yet. It's just the game. I'm leaving boxing. I'm coming back. He still wants to earn money, said Usyk. All the fanciful comments against me, he probably thinks it will touch me, but it won't. I take it like the crow arguing with the wolf sitting from the tree. The reality is that if the crow was close to the wolf, she would keep silent. Tyson Fury just loves to talk. All of that blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty not afraid of you type of talk. You know what I'm saying? He calling him on his bullshit. He calling out Wilder. Man, the dude, I underestimated him. I ain't gonna front. I thought he was a little heavyweight, which meant I thought he wasn't a real heavyweight, which made me believe he probably didn't have heavyweight courage. But he out here trying to be the real heavyweight man. Like,
and I feel like
it's crazy.
I feel like he's improved. You get what I'm saying, from what we saw when he made his entry into the heavyweight division.
I mean, obviously since he made his entry, yes. But I mean, from AJ to AJ fight, I seen AJ more improvements from AJ. And again, I feel like the same way I felt in the first fight. Like, it was AJ's fault. He didn't do enough. Like, every time he landed a right hand, Usyk was visibly hurt. Wilder not giving you time. He coming with the wild. Once he land one, he coming. And Fury, there was times where AJ could have leaned on Usyk, but he didn't. Like, Usyk would bend down, AJ would like push him away from him. Fury, you gotta like take them pages out of Fury book, man. Weigh him down. Weigh him down, man. Lean on his ass. Vlad did that shit to David Hay on HBO and got his ass bent, but he got the win. Like, lay on his back. Lay on his fucking back. Get his ass tired. But nah, that's not what was happening. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely a lot easier said than done, man. You gotta have a tank for that shit, be able to move. Usyk was moving. You know, it's gonna be
Fury gonna make that ring small for Usyk. I'm picking against Usyk again. You know, we gonna pick against Usyk till we right. You hear me, Rue? Till we right. Fuck out of here. I know he in the chat right now. Like, that's always hating on Usyk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picking him.
You ain't picking him to beat Fury.
Nah, I'm saying. I was gonna say I'm picking him to beat.
I ain't even picking him against Wilder. I don't
know.
Real.
Yeah, but
crazy as hell. If AJ could land the right, Wilder gonna nail you with a motherfucking right. You gonna be Jesus on the cross when he nailed you. Boom! Straight up.
It's gonna be hard though, just because
for Wilder. Man,
with his movement. I'm saying with Usyk's movement.
He ain't never not landed.
Maybe.
And ain't Usyk a southpaw?
No, you right.
Ain't Usyk a southpaw?
And
what happened when he fought this last southpaw?
Yeah, but Spilka gave him
head
problems. Spilka gave him problems. He's a small cruiserweight.
And Spilka didn't even walk out the ring. They carried him out the ring.
Yeah,
literally.
but listen, everybody I'm gonna mention did leave, hurt and to the hospital, and Wilder still got the knockout, but they all gave problems and they were lesser than Usyk. It's just bottom line. Spilka, southpaw, lesser than. Luis Ortiz, southpaw, lesser than, older than. So,
and in both fights, even though yes,
in both fights it demanded a rematch. So that means Luis, the southpaw, older than Usyk, gave Wilder such a fight, he had to have a rematch.
I was going to say more than that. I was going to say that it took him longer in those fights.
Mm-hmm.
Like
to figure out the southpaw.
So that, I think because of that, Usyk's foot movement, it'll take him longer. It'll be harder, but that right hand connect, man. Anybody not named Tyson Fury going to sleep.
We got CYP on the line.
Go to him.
LA, where you at?
I'm going to agree with Ness 100% on that. Watch your fucking mouth. Talking to people that have nothing to do with you, don't know you, and you should be happy to even be around them. It kills me how people in the chat and men listening act like they understand. No, you don't understand. Because you know when to be the fuck quiet. You know when to mind your business in real life. But when you get around somebody who you going to be protected from, you get to running your mouth. Internet protects you. Security going to protect you in person. Stop acting like you grown-ass men don't know when somebody will whoop your ass simply, quick, fast, and in a hurry. It ain't even an option for you. Stop that shit. I don't know why we even entertain that. Old-ass man should have minded his business and kept his goddamn mouth closed. It ain't that serious. He don't need no fucking no direction from you. I'm not the biggest AJ fan, but I respect the man. I'm not doing that. And we know I get down with anybody, but I'm not going to disrespect the dude at his venue who don't even know me and ain't never fucking bothered me. When it comes down to Usyk, right? Don't get it twisted. I think Usyk is a great fighter. Great fighter. You just mentioned all the southpaws he fought that gave him trouble, but he was never losing none of them fights. Only fight he was ever down was with Luis Ortiz 2, and we all know what the strategy was with Luis Ortiz 2. It was to not waste all that fucking energy trying to outbox him, get your punch off, bomb. It was over as soon as you landed it. Usyk is better than them other guys. You're 100% right. But to think that he can outmatch Wilder for 12 rounds and not get knocked out, it's insane. That's too long. And you a whole bunch of energy is burnt when you're on your back foot. Way more than it is going forward. He ain't going forward on Wilder. He's going backwards. He's going to get tired. It happens. And Usyk is 34 years old. Time he fight Wilder, he might be 35. So the age differential between Ortiz, that was 38, I believe, at the first fight, and 35 is not that big of a difference. Usyk ain't as young as people think he is. He just small and just moved up, so people think he's actually young.
Good call. You know I'm going to say that anytime we agree. Shout out to Mike on Sports in the chat, who also agrees.
And
what up, Mike?
That only came up. You didn't even know the shit happened. That only came up, that whole AJ incident. I was only bringing that up because I was trying to tell you, like, he ain't this guy you think he is. Like, he's not this super nice guy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But
that was a poor example because that don't make you a bad guy.
I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying shit like that sells. That's what we was talking about.
Oh, you saying selling the fight?
Yeah, because you was saying, like, what you mean? How he gonna sell? He don't talk. He too nice. But I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Did you not see the last fight?
London runs boxing.
That's all I'm saying.
That's okay. London runs boxing. I don't know. Again, some of you dudes need to actually hit the gym, and I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, I remember listening to someone that had a show, which obviously doesn't exist because I'm the best in the world, and we swallowed it. But you know, he used to take shots and say things like, "Oh, you dudes ain't real journalists till you get in the gym. You got to be in the gym," and that's true, because when you in the gym, you gonna see the trainer tell his fighter, take the jab to the stomach. Let that motherfucker hit you with that jab with his left hand to your stomach, and then you counter him with the right. Okay, so when this dummy in the chat, Usyk gonna land hella jabs before Wilder land. So fucking what? That's a part of the sport. If you was in the gym, you would hear a trainer tell him to get hit with that jab to land that right hand, and what's gonna happen after that? Good fucking night. Silly. Who next?
We got Gucci Man, Big Gucci Nick.
Yo, what up? What up, Ness? How's the quality?
Chilling.
How's the quality? It's good.
Man, y'all need to get back on that Discord, man. Ever since I hopped back on Blog Talk, it's been terrible quality, man. That Discord had that right quality all the time, man. Flawless.
That's crazy, because you say it's good quality and 12 other people say it's not. So it's like we can't please everybody.
That's why we got off, because everybody was complaining at how terrible that quality was.
Now we don't get any complaints except for from you.
It's because, it's because Discord works really off of Wi-Fi. So if you're using data, it's going to be terrible quality.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But you see, with the Blog Talk, it's always mobile connection. So you have the same quality, but it's like phone quality. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, man, that was uncalled for that ref to. But see, that's the thing too. Like how they did Rolly. Like Rolly ain't say a word after the fight. They took that man straight to the back. He didn't even stay in the ring. My man went directly to the back. And that was it. That's how you're supposed to do it.
No.
Man. When the fighter gets knocked out, get him the hell out of there.
Remember that people hated on Rolly. All that shit he talked, he ain't give a post-fight. They got mad at him. But that's what you're supposed to do. Your fighter's fucking delirious right now. He don't know where he at.
That's what I'm saying. You went through that crazy fight. Your mind is not there, man. You was focused on that fight. Then you lost. There's a lot of emotions going through your head after that, man. So they should have did to Joshua what they did to Rolly, man. Just take that man all the way to the back. Don't even talk to him until the next day till his head is clear, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was uncalled for that ref, man. But good work, Ring Walk, Danny, Bama, Bo. Yo, Bo, you gotta get it right, man. It's Big Gucci Nick, you feel me? I've been listening for a minute.
Appreciate the call,
but
Gucci, man.
But yeah, man, good show. Shout out to CEO Ness. Keep up the good work, y'all.
All right. Yo, not but screenshot London Runs Boxing talking about Wilder not getting past Hellenius, because you're gonna see all the little London Run Boxing people say after he beats him, Hellenius wasn't shit, and PBC protecting Wilder, and they fluffing his record up again for another payday. Meanwhile, you dudes picking people to beat him, but when the time comes, you ain't gonna be around to actually, live up to that pick. Who's that in the 518? That's Albany?
Nah, that was
that was
Big
Gucci?
Yeah.
All right, if you're on Blog Talk and you feel like we haven't gone to you, that's because you haven't pressed 1. There are quite a few of you on Blog Talk. I even see a long distance number. So if you're calling internationally from another country, now is the time. Like right now, who are you, sir? Where are you calling from? Or ma'am?
Hello?
Yes.
Yo. Hello.
How you doing, lads? Can you hear me, yeah?
Australia?
Nah, that's UK.
No, it's Ireland. I'm from Dublin, bro.
Oh, Dublin.
Yeah. So I just had to call up because I have a few things to say. I completely agree with what you're saying with regards to Wilder, yeah? I think Wilder would clean clock AJ. I think he'd fucking knock him sparkle. Okay? Usyk is now the most overrated heavyweight since Anthony Joshua. He is so overrated, it's getting out of control now. 2 fights ago, Usyk, in my opinion, drew with 12 loss Derek Chisora. 12 loss Derek Chisora. He went life and death with. And now he's saying, we don't want to see him fight Wilder. We don't want to see him because Usyk will just win. He'll jab him to death, all this kind of stuff. It's a load of bullshit. Usyk is the most overrated heavyweight in the world after Anthony Joshua. You know? What do you guys think of Usyk?
I think he the man.
I think Usyk, outside of Joshua, hasn't, really shown much. We've said how you said, he struggled in that Chisora fight. Didn't look the most impressive against Last Minute Witherspoon. But, he beat AJ and he did it twice. So now, we got to see. You got to give him credit for that because at the end of the day, he ain't do it once. He did it twice. So nobody's been able to do it twice.
He beat a paper champion twice.
How is he a paper champion? How was he a paper champion?
Because he beat Anthony Joshua. He didn't beat anyone else. Anthony Joshua was a paper champion.
Right, but how?
Charles Martin and Parker, who was never a champion to begin with. Parker is Chisora level. So Anthony Joshua.
So Parker didn't have that WBO.
To become champion.
Parker didn't have that WBO. I didn't think the highest of Charles Martin, but Charles Martin.
What champion did Parker beat to become WBO champion? What champion?
Vacant title fight with Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, who later.
And who's Andy Ruiz? Andy Ruiz is a bum.
We gotta go. We gotta go. You don't know boxing.
Yeah, cut it.
Over here, bro. You gotta make it make sense. And I'm not saying you're not allowed to call someone a bum. Your vocabulary is your own. But make it make sense. You can't say AJ's a paper champ because he fought Charles Martin, who's truly the paper champ. He's the one in boxing. The technical term paper champ. It stems from 2 fighters fighting for a vacant title. So that's what Martin would be. That's what Joseph Parker would be. But you have to consider the level of opposition in the vacant title match. When Joseph Parker is fighting Andy Ruiz, who later went on to beat AJ and become a unified champ, you can't say that he was a paper champ. You know what I mean? That's a little crazy.
And that was a unification in itself. AJ already had the IBF.
Exactly. I do want to say that, we cover celebrity boxing here. So my man Izzy Fake Drake is going to be taking on somebody named M2 Thack, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
That being said, let's see. I think Izzy Drake, he got what he got? Izzy. Oh, is it Izzy Fake, right? Is it Izzy Fake Drake? Damn, how you, what?
I don't know.
They got him took down and shit?
I ain't never heard of these guys.
You lying.
Nah,
you lying, bruh. I'm going to pull it up. That's crazy. How you never heard of him? I mean, I guess you're not a Drake fan, right?
No, I fuck with Drake.
The fake Drake never popped up on your timeline? Because I don't follow him and he pop up.
I mean, I've seen, if you talking about the dude that would get into clubs pretending he was Drake.
Yeah, he made a career out of it. He's called Izzy Fake Drake, and now he's doing a celebrity boxing match. His opponent reached out. He got 3.8 million followers. I'm like, let's do it.
Do you see Izzy page yet?
So, I found it. I'm about to get to it. I just want to show y'all the face-off. I showed y'all this before where Izzy Drake pushed the other dude. The other dude might be out here in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But the other dude is balling. I ain't even on front. Both they Instagrams is showing right now on the screen if you want to check it out. You see the other dude was hooking off on Izzy Fake Drake because Izzy Fake Drake tried to push. My man, obviously from the street, he like, I ain't pushing shit. Hooked off. You see?
They got to put some power behind his shot.
Look at Hakeem Rockman. Oh, shit. I'm going to keep a mental note of that. Look at Hakeem Rockman. He said, M2K, that show, bruh, he's soft as Doctor's Cotton. Whatever that means. Doctor's Cotton. What the fuck? Where the fuck? That's some Baltimore shit.
They pull your tooth and stick the cotton in the hole.
Man, that shit was extra whack. But I hear you. The point is, we going to try and fuck with them and get them on the show. They reached out to us. I fuck with Izzy Drake. I always thought he was funny because he think he Drake. Like, look at his thumbnail. Tell me my man don't look. He got, why he doing that? They hilarious, bruh. And he out here living his best life as a fake Drake. So he ain't got that many followers, so he getting put on with this. He got 150 compared to the dude that he fighting with almost 4 million. You know what I'm saying? But Izzy Fake Drake definitely made it to my timeline. They definitely got followings outside of our niche sport. And since they're doing boxing, you already know we trying to rock with them. We covered the Black China fight, and this is the same company that, did that fight.
Is this the same company that did the Caitlyn Jenner fight, right?
I believe.
Okay.
I ain't sure. I ain't follow
What?
that. I ain't follow that one because that ain't my.
You talking about the Kim Kardashian fight?
Mm-mm.
No.
Caitlyn Jenner, the dude, Bruce Jenner had a fight.
Caitlyn Jenner had a fight, correct.
Bruce Jenner.
So look,
somebody.
they actually both in the podcast together, and he hit me up. He want to do this. Like, if he could set that up, that's big for us, I think. Like, to have them both in studio, I might fuck around and give him the win, because my man right here, he icy. Like, no, he icy. Like,
we're gonna have a diamond tester on the
if he
show.
got a jeweler that's lending him that shit, it still don't matter, because they lending him millions, bruh. I mean, and his car collection. I don't know who this dude is. I promise you, I never in my life heard of him. But I'm going to do some research now because he filthy rich. Look. I don't know what he do. He look like he might be a music producer. But he got hella cars. Bentleys, the Phantom trucks, Mercedes. Look, he driving the Lucid Mortals while he playing. He crazy because I love my life too much. But you could tell he young. He letting the car drive him. Why he playing a virtual game? That's dangerous. Look, he's literally.
It's self-driving cars now. Tesla got that.
I know, but you don't want to be blind just because they tell you a car can get you from A to B. You want to be aware to be able to grab that steering wheel just in case.
I remember
my man out here. Wow.
The first time I saw somebody let the Tesla drive was Truck.
Okay.
Bro, I saw a Truck post
Simpson.
a video. Yeah, and he got his seat linked all the way back. Bro, he's like this.
That dude, the comedian, did that too.
I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, yo, I ain't going. And you know how traffic be on the East Coast.
I know.
So I'm like, damn, bro, you got to have a lot of courage because.
But I just wanted to share that with y'all, the community.
Shit be failing, bro. Look at that roller coaster yesterday.
What?
Somebody else sent me that video?
No, and my girl got it without me too. That shit going viral.
Yo, that's nuts.
No, it's crazy out in these streets. Better be careful. But yeah, any more callers? Boat? What do you know?
Jonathan Sims.
Hey, what up?
Hey, top of the morning to everybody, and happy Labor Day. Happy to be back, man. Thanks for another great show.
For sure.
So, yeah, that last quarter talking about AJ overrated is just disgusting. Then they sound like a fellow countryman, bro. You need to grow up. That man's a great fighter. I may not agree with everything he do, but to call him a paper champion, you're not a boxing fan. AJ is a great fighter. He's just experienced some hardship. It takes a real man to get back up. So the fact that he's even willing to fight Fury in December, whether it happens or not,
and Wilder,
like CYP said,
and Wilder.
Yeah,
remember,
like
regardless of what we think, like they did contact Wilder. Whether it was late and after the Hellenius fight, like they trying to fight.
Yeah, I'm not putting him in the same category as Eddie because the business side is different, but the fact that AJ is willing to fight, I'll give him kudos. And I'm not going to speak bad on him just because some UK fan is uptight about his performance. That's just weak. Like, that's life, bro. One thing I'm confused with is why is everybody saying Wilder, Andy? I mean, I guess not that part. The Usyk part is what's confusing because it's like if Usyk beats Fury, then it's Wilder, Usyk. But if Usyk lose, then it's like Wilder, Andy, or Wilder, AJ. So are we just completely staying away from Wilder, Fury if both guys win and they're clearly the 1 and 2 guys? Are we not getting the fourth fight because we've already seen the last 3?
Nah, I think that just has to happen. I think that no matter how many times you and I and other callers call in and say, well, if Wilder earns his way back, it ain't going to matter until he actually earns his way back. Then they going to be, like he's got to build the fandom to be like, yo, he's the only guy. He's the only, because really he's the only guy. Like, okay, Steve Cunningham put Fury down.
He is.
Steve Cunningham put him down, but like no one else has given Fury that type of a fight. So until that comes along, Wilder has that. He got that to play up to. Like, yo, I'm the only one. Like, okay, we get it. He could be Wilder, but guess what? Out of all the players in the game, he's still the only one that can match up with Fury.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just that nobody else said that but you. Maybe because no one else asked the question. I guess that's the only thing I disagree with. And I guess it's not you, but the fact that you repeat it, so I had to address it to someone. You got to admit, a trainer telling the fighter to allow someone to punch them is not the smartest thing because those are free points. Like when Kenny kept telling Porter,
because it's not
give Earl the body shot.
It's not like that.
Like, hold on, let me finish. Kenny kept telling Porter, give Earl the body shots. We want the headshots. Here's my thing. If you giving somebody the body shots, right, them is 100% punches landed versus you simultaneous trying to connect with the headshot. So if I'm just giving away points, why can't I parry the shot? Why can't I slip it? Why can't I step back? Why can't I block it? Why am I just letting him score? Not Wilder, just anybody.
No, but
everybody has Wilder.
It just depends, bro.
Because
it just depends on that shot.
This ain't the amateurs. You talking about them shots as points. That's not how the shit works. You get what I'm saying? So a fighter could land 10 jabs to the body and the other fighter only land 1 shot, but that 1 shot went around because it was a more effective shot. Like at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying? There's legendary trainers who have created champions that have talked about these game plans and these strategies. So, I appreciate the call, but I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with the subject matter experts.
Yeah, and it's just the way that you're interpreting it. He's not saying stand there with your hands up and just take every jab. No, it's just like if a dude is shooting a jab to your body and he's leaning down, he's giving you the fucking right hand. This is your face for the right to come over the top. So it's like rather than you go like this and use your fucking forearm to block, now you got to turn to block that body shot. You're not even in position. Yeah, you could fucking block it and roll back, but that's going to take longer. So if you taking that as he's throwing, you throwing, so boom, yeah, you get hit to the stomach, but you land your right, bro. It's not about giving or taking a punch. It's about your trainer's going to see you in the gym doing that mistake, and he's like, bro, don't block every body shot. Sometimes let that body shot hit you because you're going to land your own right. That's how you supposed to interpret it, not the way that you took it where it's like they just telling you, let someone hit you to the body. A trainer will never tell you to allow yourself to be hit randomly.
And not just that, but like fighters pick up on shit. So for example, Tank realized, oh shit, Leo throwing this right hand. Okay, he didn't caught me with this right hand. Well, shit, all right, cool. I'm going to let him catch me, but then I'm going to catch his ass because I'm going to slip it, catch him with this left uppercut. So it's like, as a fighter, you in the ring for 12 rounds or less, bro, you get to gauge each other out. You get to feel each other out. Oh, okay, that's it. All right, cool. I'm going to take that one and give him this one. You know?
We got a new call in the 313.
CYP say counterpunch. Up. New caller. What up? Who's this?
What's up, man? It's Jamar calling from Detroit.
What up, Jamar? Detroit. What's good?
Hey, man, y'all got a great show. I'm just going to hit with 2 quick points, hopefully, and y'all let me go. But I got to say, I agree with my man about the AJ. AJ was out of bounds, man. Like, at the end of the day, he just lost a tough fight, and the dude lashed out. It's an older black guy at the fight. I'm sure everybody damn near black in that arena was in there rooting on AJ, and they was watching the motherfucker melt down. Now, it may have been bad timing because I'd have been in a highly emotional spot where I lash out at other motherfuckers, but when I sit back and think, I'd be like, yo, why the fuck did you do that? Not only that, I'd have been at the mall and seen 3-4 kids fighting. And me, I got a face full of gray hair, but I still whip one of their asses, right? But being the OG, I stand there like, hey, man, yo, y'all need to chill that shit out. You know, like, y'all gonna fuck around and go to jail. I done seen dudes be like, hey, man, thanks, OG, and walk away from the shit. The dude didn't say nothing rude. You know, but like I say, in the heat of the moment, I totally understand that. But, like, just like, I don't know if y'all remember Juan Manuel Lopez, when he was in the fight, he was getting his ass beat, and he lashed out so bad, he accused the ref of gambling and had to come back and apologize. But at the end of the day, I think AJ was completely wrong for that. And that old man didn't really say nothing rude to him. He probably said something he could have held, but let's be for real. If AJ would have did what the man said, he probably wouldn't have looked like such an asshole right now. And I fuck with AJ, too.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to shit on AJ like I was saying. I just felt that based on his actions in that last fight, after the fight, that he may not be this kind, charismatic teddy bear everybody once saw him as, and that he very well maybe be able to sell and promote a fight with Tyson Fury.
So I wanted to share some stuff here. It looks like we have a poll on our community page about the splits. And where the hell? Oh, they put that on the live show. Okay. All right, so we have a poll on our live show. It says, if Fury AJ fight, what should per split be? 50-50, 29%, 55-45, 27%, 65-35, 21%. I don't know, but Fury deserves more, 23%. And it's just been revealed by Tyson Fury that he, in fact, has offered AJ a split. Bo, you got the camera on. My man's, what's going on? He offered him a split, and
it's the regular thing, champ.
It's a regular thing, champ.
But why? This is
what
it right
Fury
here.
say, though?
I'm about to put it. Let me see. Why don't we hear this? Oops. Bo, check if you hear it on the live. I got to freaking... Because I feel like it was playing.
And while we get that figured out, I just want to remind everybody that you guys can call in, voice your opinion. 425-569-5241. You will have to press 1. So if anybody's in the queue, press that 1 button.
We still got CYP counterpunch.
Let's go to CYP.
Yes.
Yo.
Yo. We all watch other sports. You hear me?
Yeah,
we all watch it. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I was going to say not Nez, but go ahead.
Okay. We all watch other sports, and it's factual. If you rate a team number 1 and they lose to number 8, they drop. If they lose to number 15, they fucking drop. That means you had them wrong. You overrated that team. It's life. It goes on. You move on. Shit happens. AJ is overrated. He lost to 2 underdogs. 3 losses, 2 to underdogs. He's overrated. If Wilder loses to fucking Ruiz, Wilder is overrated. If Wilder loses to Helenius, he's really overrated. And you're hearing that from Wilder, from the Wilder general. If he loses to Helenius, he's fucking rated. If he loses to Andy Ruiz, he's overrated. If he loses to Usyk, he's overrated. It's simple. It's not personal. AJ cannot lose in his prime to 2 underdogs and not be overrated. Of course he's overrated. Of course. That's the definition of being overrated, losing to people that you're supposed to fucking beat in your prime. Now, if AJ from this point on goes on and beats Fury, goes on and beats Wilder, then no, he's not overrated because he made up for it. But at this point right now, AJ has proven to be an overrated heavyweight boxer. You can take it or leave it, but being in denial is only going to make you mad. The man at this point is overrated. CYP out.
All right, let's try and show you this Fury stuff yet again.
And as far as CYP's call, I feel like that's just very subjective. You get what I'm saying? You know, what determines the underdog? Is it the sports book? Is that what determines the underdog? Is that who says this guy's supposed to win? Because sometimes the sports book, you know, gets it wrong. So is it your personal opinion? You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's shit that can happen from now to, let's say, a year and a half from now, that Usyk can go into a Wilder fight a year and a half from now and he be the favorite.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson lost to 2 underdogs and Lennox lost to 2 underdogs. You know, it happens.
Definitely happens. But that's what I'm saying. It can be very subjective because it's like, I don't believe AJ's overrated, but I never rated AJ the top heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? So I never rated him the best, so I can't say he's overrated from my point of view.
All right, well, let me go ahead and screen share this Tyson Fury story where he is now come out. Tyson has revealed that his offer to Anthony Joshua is 60-40 purse split deal for a straight shot at his WBC heavyweight world title this year. Now, I will say this is a fair offer because this is exactly what Wilder offered Fury for the first fight.
Yeah, I think that's extremely fair, 60-40.
Especially when AJ has no belt and is coming off a loss. Now, this is the story from Fury where he's going to make the verbal offer.
Get it ready! Life.
Almost there, fellas.
Spence. Hi guys, quick one. I'm being bombarded with messages on how much am I gonna pay AJ. Everyone's saying 80-20, 70-30, 75-25. The actual answer is I've offered him 60-40, 40% of this amazing fight because I want this fight to happen. He doesn't have any excuses now not to take it. He can't say I've lowballed him, offered him 20%, 30%. I've offered the people 40%, take it or leave it. Let us know. Boom.
Take it or leave it.
So on our poll, we'll see what our audience is considering fair. The poll, 22% agree with Fury's last message of Fury deserves more. Obviously, 65-30% where Fury would get the bulk share is 22% of the public. 55-45, 26% of the public. And most of the public looking for a 50-50 split, which is pretty crazy because that's not what AJ would offer Fury, especially with no belt. You know, you'd have Eddie Hearn out here talking all types of craziness. But
yeah, no, I thought 60-40 was more than fairness. You know, I thought 65-35 was going to be more along the line. 60-40, to me, honestly, is if I'm AJ, I'm taking that shit because Battle of Britain, you know, there's going to be big money behind it, more than likely the Middle East, so.
Yeah, I mean, look, he is trying, or at least saying the right things in public. You know, because the split could be one of the reasons why this fight is held up.
You know, I think that the split, given that it is 60-40, I'm hoping Eddie and AJ's team 258, I'm hope everybody's on board. I think that's more than fair. I think if anything that is going to hold this fight up is going to be interested parties, interested locations. I think that you know, you might have some big money players just because of who Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are respectively, and I think that might be a slight hold up entertaining those offers. But other than that, I think 60-40 is great, and I hope that we can get the fight, truly.
Yeah, man, me too. Me too. Because it opens the door up for that other fight that came out of left field. Obviously, if AJ and Fury become busy and intertwined with each other, it opens up the door for possibly Usyk to fight Wilder. And like Jonathan Sims, if somehow he wins, then, you know, there is not much you can say if the winners meet each other. Bo, are those new callers on Blog Talk, or did we get to those?
We got to both of CYP and Jamar in Detroit.
All right. If you're on Blog Talk and you feel like we haven't gotten to you, no worries. Hit that one button now, and we will get you on the line, let you voice your opinion, and talk your talk, man. It is fight week for Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall and Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner. Remember that parlay I gave y'all, that's a sexy parlay if you want to make some money. Baumgardner and Shields to win gives you plus money, you know, and you don't even got to pick outcomes. So I would say rock with that. But my name is Nestor Gibbs, and I think we've gotten to all the super chats. I will refresh just in case. Danny, a.k.a. Ringwalk, where could they find you? You know, yesterday I wanted to text you like, yo, you going to see Chant? But I'm like, I backed out. I backspace. Because I figured he might go to the gym tomorrow. Yesterday.
Nah, he was there. I just ain't make it yesterday.
Nah, I know you was tired because I tell you, we woke up at the same time.
CYP
I
got another counterpunch.
I went home and fell asleep. What up, CYP?
CYP.
Yo, let me get this off before y'all leave, and I got to teach this another class. Mike Tyson is overrated. I agree, and there's plenty of documentaries and people out there that say he's overrated. And anytime you go head-to-head with somebody who's a Tyson fan, they realize, shit, he is overrated. The reason why is he lost as well to underdogs, but he did not redeem himself. That was the point. If you lose in your prime to underdogs and you do not redeem yourself as Lennox Lewis did, yes, you end your career overrated. It's just that simple. Mike Tyson is clinically known for being overrated, but diehards love him so much that they argue it. They say, oh, he wasn't in his prime when he lost to Lennox Lewis in Holyfield. Cool. But you notice they had to use the preference. He wasn't in his prime. CYP just told you to match them. AJ is in his prime when he lost to the underdogs. He has no fucking excuse. You can't have it both ways. If Mike Tyson wasn't in his prime when he lost to them, then AJ was in his prime when he lost to them. They both can't be looked at the same way. Somebody got to be overrated between AJ and Mike Tyson.
CYP.
They both can't be rated the way they're supposed to be.
CYP, I have a question. So, obviously, Joshua lost to Ruiz, and he's lost now to Usyk twice. The first fight with Usyk, he was an underdog, and, you know, obviously, Usyk was the underdog, and Ruiz was as well. My question to you is AJ overrated because he lost to them, or were they just underrated?
Oh, no, if they're underrated, then that would make AJ still under them. So either way you do it. If you say Andy was better and Usyk is better, then AJ still falls under them, which means he's not this great heavyweight that we're saying he is. He has to be over them at a point for this to be true. And that's how we make him the guy's the underdog. You can't have it both ways.
We can't forget what they've accomplished. Anthony Joshua still, at the end of the day, became two-time unified heavyweight champ, and at the end of the day, Mike Tyson, he accomplished quite a bit in the sport as well. Anybody has, so it's just hard, and I feel like it's very subjective at the end of the day. But who else we got, Bo?
That looks like about it.
Well, I'm your co-host, Ringwalk Danny. I'm very excited. Today will be the first day that we go live from Blue Wire.
Oh, yeah.
And
allegedly,
and we will have a very special guest in the building regardless.
You locked it in? Locked it in. He ain't want to tell us.
So you locked in.
Oh, yeah, silver medalist. No, silver medalist. Lightweight phenom.
Did you get the coach in there? Because he was in the gym.
Keyshawn Davis.
I seen Bomac in the gym.
I didn't get confirmation on Bomac. I got confirmation on Key, but I ain't even responded.
You want Bomac's number?
No, I'm saying I didn't even respond to the Key. I haven't even replied back, so I'm going to do that in just a moment.
Real quick, I just want to go and give a quick shout out to our partners in growth Kenichi Beer. Shout out to KenichiBeer.com for always supporting TBV and riding and rocking out with us on this journey. We appreciate you, coming along with us to Las Vegas and to both our studios here at the old Peter Lick building and at the Wynn Casino. So once again, these headphones are less than $120, plus you get 15% off, and the proceeds go to help out amateur boxer Carden Chapman, who obviously started this company all by himself, just by the influence of his father. He is not only an amateur, but he's underage. So, we have no issues supporting Kenichi Beer and, Carden in their venture. Obviously, my co-host loves them and uses them frequently. Had his set on yesterday. Took 2 sets for himself. You got Mad Bent all the way in Kansas City. He already has a pair. He's trying to get another pair. So use the code TBV. You can listen to the show with these headphones. You could go on your run with these headphones. And if you are a gamer, you can attach the detachable mic and play Xbox or whatever you dudes do these days. That being said, 12 o'clock live from the Wynn. No ammo.
We out. Peace.